have Natalie Schroeder here with me today, and we're going to talk a bit about chaplaincy. And we've just come out of a meeting with Glenmore Park High School and the principal and the deputy there, and they're really excited to take you on board as a chaplain in the school. What has drawn you to want to do chaplaincy?
Yeah, I think that there's a real need to have Christian presence in every aspect of society, but in schools as well, and they often talk about ministry of presence, because being a chaplain isn't about going in and evangelizing and overtly sharing the gospel. It's about being present and just loving people and being available for relationships, and to share the love of Jesus that way. So I think that's really an important thing to do, and also for the church to be able to connect with the community. Schools are a place where the community kind of comes together. You have staff who live in the community, you have students who live in the community. It connects you to families as well. So to be a point of connection, to draw people together and to draw the church into the community and to stop it from being separate is also really important, something that the chaplain has the position to do.
Now, Natalie and I had a conversation a while ago about chaplaincy, which you believe in and you see it as a great opportunity, as you've just said. But you particularly chose Glenmore Park, and we've actually just learned that the school is likely to have 1,200 students in it next year. A number of programs, and real needs. There's some real needs communicated. When you think of what you'll be doing in Glenmore Park, you don't know yet, but when you think of what from what you heard this morning, what do you hope to be doing in Glenmore Park as a chaplain?
Yeah, I think there's a real need for relationships for students, and to be available for that, and to be available to support them emotionally and relationally and just everything that they need that maybe they're not getting in other places at the moment. But also just to connect, and I think that there is a real need to help people develop. I mean, we're talking about developing resilience, and there's lots of programs already going on in the school to kind of be able to join in on that, and to be purposefully available for students and staff as well, but particularly for students, to be available to help with their needs and to seek to meet those, and to help the church as well, to bring the church in and use the resources that the church has to be able to meet people's needs, and to love them.
Well, that was one of the things that came out. They said a lot of these students, their situation means they actually don't have places to turn to, and families are under intense time pressures, and they see the chaplain as a huge role and almost an outlet for students to build their resilience in really difficult circumstances, but not difficult, but just these full lives they're leading. Just on your own personal journey, so chaplaincy, Glenmore Park, and we're excited that you're part of Penrith City Chapel in that, but your own personal journey of sense of call, because you've been working on that for a little while, and how is chaplaincy fitting with your sense of call and what God's asking you? Because this is not just a great idea, or not even a good missional idea. There's a calling in this. Tell us about your calling.
Yeah, I think at the moment I have a very clear sense of place of where I'm called. So in terms of chaplaincy in Glenmore Park, that makes sense because I feel very called to Penrith City and we're working in Glenmore Park. So that's, I guess, part of current calling. Also just working in youth spaces and seeing the needs in the youth we're already engaged in, and knowing that need is elsewhere as well here in Glenmore Park where we don't have a lot of connections already. So I think that's a massive part of calling, but also even just further that down the track, we've had talks about the benefits of chaplaincy for those wanting to explore overseas mission, and the way that you can't overtly go about sharing the gospel, which is similar to overseas mission field a lot of the time. So even using that as experience and training for that, but also being very purposeful in that it's a part of where I'm called now, and it's not just a futuristic thing, but it all kind of connects and will allow me to kind of obey God in being present in the community here and investing here, and and now, and particularly in the youth sphere and the needs that are there.
Mm. So it's a strong sense of missional call.
Yeah.
It's a call to mission, which is interesting because it's meant that you've actually finished your 2 other jobs and getting ready to be a missionary, having to raise funds. And part of this video is actually about that as well. And so Natalie will be going in 2 days a week, and we need to raise $21,000 for those 2 days a week. Fridays and Mondays, they talk about bookending the weekend, helping kids go into the weekend well and helping them come out of the weekend with recovery. So that we're looking to raise some funds for Natalie, and you can get involved in that. The details will be at the end of this video. But Natalie, you're going on mission, and you're taking big steps of faith, and we're really excited about the way you've grown. It's been coming up to 3 years now here at Penrith City Chapel, and your influence is extraordinary. So thank you for watching, and I encourage you, pray for, but even financially support Natalie. We've got a great adventure ahead. Blessings, guys. See ya.